Welcome back. I'm Roy with Rugged Badger Racing and Team Parts Badger. This is our ChampCar Miata. Now, we had a budget video for Gingerman. Now we're going to do one based on Autobahn. Let's dive in and see how much it costs to take this thing to Autobahn. For starters, let's talk about the upgrades. Now, we had a lot of upgrades, in particular to the fuel system. And this was mainly diagnosing the issue we had before. So we had to replace the ECU. That was a couple $100. We have a new fuel rail here. We have brand new injectors. We have the fuel pressure regulator set up, all the lines going to a surge tank in the back. And we're hoping the surge tank would fix our fuel cut issue, which it seems to have. We can run this tank dry, and actually when we ran it dry, we blew the fuel pump that was in the tank, the Aeromotive one. We moved back to OE in the tank on the test day. But this is our surge tank mounted here, so that's one of the upgrades. We also added a special vent to the OE tank, which you can see a little bump out there. What that vent does is it accesses an air pocket in the OE Miata tank to give you more capacity that's more similar to what you might be able to do with a fuel cell. So we're pretty happy about that. I am going to offer that up to other people as well. It bolts right in, no modifications to the tank needed. You're only replacing the vent, and it gives you a lot more capacity. I'll measure that later, and I'll tell you exactly how much. But for all of those upgrades, and I might be forgetting one or two, but we're looking at $2,430, so $2,430 to upgrade to try to resolve some of these issues from Gingerman, and I think we were successful. All right, so how much did it cost us to register for the event, register for the test day? I have fuel in there, hotel, food, all in. I have two different lines for this. One is at $3,052, one is at $1,150, so that's $4,202. $4,202 for all the entry fees, all the fuel, hotels, food, everything for our crew of 3 to run the test day as well as the double race. All right, let's talk about consumables, and in particular brakes. We went through a lot of brakes. We went through over $400 in brake pads. We cooked the rest of the Nankang tires, which we have over $1,000 allocated to that. We also have all the lubricants. So we have the differential fluid, the transmission fluid, and the engine oil. And we are running the Motul V300 fluid because we still don't have our oil pressure issues dialed in. I need that extra protection. So all in, we're looking at $2,137 in consumables between the tires, brakes. Those are all gone. Those are toast. All right, so let's talk about all the broken stuff that needs to get replaced. We talk about getting a new splitter. Now, we make those ourselves, but it still costs a little bit of money. I think I have, let's see here, so $250 allocated to the splitter. We had an incident in this corner of the car. So that incident, we have hubs. We got $150 allocated to the hubs. We actually ended up burning 2. I don't have them listed, but probably be closer to $300. We have a ball joint at $50, a tie rod end at $50, a tie rod at $50 as well. We also burned up this wheel. It was a used wheel. Let's call that $100. That thing is toast. We also cut a tire. Probably not going to run that tire again. I'm going to say $50. That's probably being overly generous because I just gave a bunch of tires away for free. We cooked the exhaust. My guess is it's going to cost us about $300 to get that exhaust fixed. And we cooked that fuel pump at $150. So overall, as far as stuff that broke, let's see here. I think I'm looking at about $1,100 in stuff that broke. All right, so all in, what did it take for us to run ChampCar at Autobahn Country Club, the double sevens, including the test day? We are at $6,339, so around $6,400 all in, which is eerily similar to Gingerman. Now, that doesn't include the upgrades, which we had $2,430 of upgrades. Also in there that I forgot is the clutch. I forgot that. We did get a new clutch assembly, which I think was about $500, $550. Nonetheless, that's what it cost for us to race, bring this thing to the track, and this lapped the fastest time. With the right driver lineup, the right execution, we could have definitely taken home some hardware, if not one overall. Assuming all the stars aligned, the car is potentially capable of it at a track like that. So that's a good sign. So if you like watching, please remember to like and subscribe below. If you subscribe, it gives me a little bit of encouragement to keep making these videos. If not, don't like, maybe dislike the video. Then I'll kind of get the hint. I'll stop making these things. But I appreciate everybody for watching. We got some fun content coming up, so stay tuned to the channel.